Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to second PUC Accountancy online classes. Students, in the previous class we have solved problem number 2, isn't it? Now let us move on to the next problem, problem number 3 of your question bank, page number 126. Yes, let me read out the problem, then we'll analyze and we'll solve the problem. From the following information, calculate inventory turnover ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio, trade payable turnover ratio, earning per share, the new one, isn't it? Book value per share, new one. Dividend payout ratio, again new one, right? Yes. Inventory is given, equity share capital is given, cost of revenue from operation, that is sales, net purchases, that is purchases minus returns, isn't it? Net profit before tax, that is PBT, profit before tax, isn't it? Then 13% debentures, net profit after tax but before dividend, isn't it? Then trade receivables, trade payables, dividend declared at 15%. Dividend declared at 15% means that is proposed dividend, very simple. That is current liability, isn't it? Now let us move on. That's all. They asked us to calculate these ratios. Let us start with the first ratio, that is inventory turnover ratio, right? Inventory turnover ratio. So calculate problem number 3. Under that, first one, inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio. Turnover ratio. That is ITR, right? ITR. Yes. Right, formula or inventory turnover ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. Am I correct? Cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. Or revenue from operations divided by average inventory. Average inventory. Average inventory, right? Yes. So now cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. So cost of revenue from operations, well, it is given in the problem. Cost of revenue from operation is given in the problem, right? Yes. Average inventory, how will you find out? Opening inventory plus closing inventory, isn't it? Divided by 2. Opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Whether both are given in the problem? No, it is not given. So whatever inventory is given itself is the average inventory. We have to assume in that way and we have to solve the problem. So here cost of revenue from operations, therefore ITR, that is inventory turnover ratio, is equal to ITR is equal to 5 lakh, that is cost of revenue from operations, divided by 1 lakh, that is inventory, is equal to, therefore ITR is equal to how much? 5 times. Remember, whenever it is given to find out the turnover, isn't it? Turnover, then it should be represented in the form of times. So 5 times. Correct? 5 times. Yes, it is. Now let us move on to the second ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio. Second one, point B, trade receivable turnover ratio. Turnover ratio, that is a trade receivable turnover ratio. trade receivable turnover ratio is equal to what? What is the formula? Net credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivables. Net credit revenue from operations divided by average trade receivables. Average trade receivables, right? Yes, is equal to TR is equal to trade receivable turnover ratio is equal to net credit revenue from operations. How much it is? Net credit revenue from operations, that is same thing, that is revenue from operations, cost of revenue from operation, whatever is given, because nothing is mentioned regarding that is other things, isn't it? So whatever cost of revenue from operation itself is that is a net credit revenue from operations. So we'll take 5 lakh here. Then average trade receivables, that is trade receivables in the sense debtors and bills receivable. Whether separate debtors and bills receivables are given? No, it is not given. That means trade receivables given in the problem itself is the average trade receivables. So it is 50,000. So how many times then? 10 times. Am I correct? So trade receivable turnover ratio is 10 times. 10 times. Now let us move on to the third one. Point C, isn't it? Which ratio they asked? They asked us to find out trade payable turnover ratio. Trade payable turnover ratio. Turnover ratio. That is TPTR. So write the formula. TPTR is equal to net credit purchases, isn't it, divided by average trade payables. Net credit purchases divided by average trade payables. Isn't it? Is equal to how much? Net credit purchases. Whatever purchases are given in the problem, net purchases, that itself is the net credit purchases. So we'll take in that way, because nothing is mentioned in the problem regarding credit or cash. So 4 lakh it is, 4 lakh divided by average trade payables. Trade payables are only given, so we will treat it itself as the average trade payables, that is 75,000. 75,000, right? Yes. Is equal to, therefore TPTR is equal to how much? Divide 5.33. 5.33 times, as it is turnover, then times 5.33 times. That's all. Now let us move on to the next ratio, that is the fourth one. Solve here. I will solve here. Earning per share they asked. Earning per share. Very simple, friends, like earning per person, isn't it? Chocolates per person, 100 chocolates are there, 50 students are there in the class, chocolates per person means what we will do? total number of chocolates divided by number of students, isn't it? In the same way here, net profit available for shareholders, that is profit after tax, isn't it, divided by number of shareholders, number of shares, isn't it? That is what the earning per share is. Very simple it is. So write the formula. Earning per share is equal to earning per share, EPS. EPS is equal to PAT, that is profit after tax, or profit available for equity shareholders after tax, or profit available for equity shareholders isn't it? PAT divided by number of equity shares, number of equity shares. Therefore, EPS is equal to profit after tax. How much it is? That is 1,75,000, right? Net profit after tax but before dividend, that is the amount available for distribution among the shareholders. So 1,75,000 divided by number of equity shares. How much? 70,000. Am I correct? Yes, it is 70,000. Divide it, you will get, therefore earning per share is equal to, EPS is equal to rupees 250. Is it? Rupees 2.50, 2 rupees 50 paise, rupees 2.50. Yes. Now there are two more ratios that are to be calculated now. Yes. Next one is book value per share, right? Book value per share. That is book value per share. Book value per share. Book value per share, that is book value per share is equal to equity shareholders funds divided by number of equity shares. Equity shareholders funds divided by number of equity shares. Number of equity shares. Equity shares. Book value per share is equal to, isn't it? So how much it is? Here, equity shareholders funds, how will you decide? That is equity share capital and anything else belonging to the shareholders? Yes, there is. What it is? Net profit after tax but before dividend, isn't it? That belongs to the shareholders. Profit always belongs to the shareholders, owners of the company. So 7 lakh is the, therefore BVPS is equal to how much? 7 lakh. That is share capital that is to be distributed plus that is net profit after tax, that is profit after tax, PAT, isn't it, divided by number of equity shares. How many shares were there? Is it 70,000? Yes, it is 70,000. 70,000 is equal to, therefore BVPS is equal to 7 lakh plus. How much is the PAT? Is it 1,75,000? Yes, it is 1,75,000 divided by 70,000. Therefore BVPS is equal to, how much it is? 12.5 per share, rupees 12.50 per share. Yes, only last part of this problem is remaining, sixth one. Remember friends, such problems will be asked in board exam. They will ask you 6 ratios, and for 6 ratios you will get 12 marks, 2 marks each for each of the ratios, remember. So easily you can score and you can save your time. Within 7 to 8 minutes you can solve this problem, and you can save 10 to 12 minutes of your valuable time, so you can attempt extra questions, right? Last one is dividend payout ratio. Dividend payout ratio. Dividend payout ratio. Dividend payout ratio. Write the formula. Dividend payout ratio DPR is equal to dividend per share divided by earning per share. Earning per share you have already calculated, am I correct? Earning per share you have already calculated. That is PAT divided by number of equity shares, and you have got 2 rupees 50 paise, 2.5, isn't it? Dividend, how much? What is the face value of the share? That is 10. 70,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, am I correct? So on 10 rupees, if you declare that is dividend at the rate of 15%, how much it will be? 10 rupees into 15%, it comes to 1 rupee 50 paise, am I correct? 1.5. That is what the earning per share is. Dividend per share is. Dividend per share, that is how much? Dividend per share, let us calculate here. You will get confused otherwise. Dividend per share is equal to rupees 10 face value or book value into 15% is equal to how much? 1 rupee 50 paise, rupees 1.5. So 1.5 divided by earning per share, you have already calculated how much it is, 2.5, right? 2.5 is equal to how much? 0.60. 0.60. This is 0.60 rupee. 0.60 is the dividend payout ratio. So this is how you have to solve a problem on ratio analysis when 6 ratios are asked. So we'll take up problem number 4 in the next class. Take it on assignment. Solve the same problem as your assignment problem. Take the same problem as your assignment problem and submit assignment on time. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.